Good morning. New wonderful day, starting with a little bit of game programming. It's been a while. It's gonna be a short one. But hey, we're getting the reps in. So when I left this project off, let me just pop out the chats here. Yeah, so when I left off, the problem was that the so if we run this now, so we see this is a simulation, like a goblin and a player, and then the goblin is dead eventually. The player kills it. But then it keeps hurting the player. So we must add something that prohibits that. But it's not trivial. That made me think about something, which is like, how do you separate these two concerns? Ideally, you can keep them separate and be like, yeah, this object or this struct has a health and it has an ability to attack, but these are decoupled. But if you want death to trigger something that makes it not able to attack anymore, I'm not sure how to decouple that then, or if they might just have to be coupled. So let me check. We can discuss a bit with ChatGPT. Yeah, it has a good idea here. So it says that make attack require and alive attacker. Attacker derives from health owner. I think that's the way actually. So to be able to attack, you need health. And then in the future, if we want to create like a trap or something that is like a static thing in the world that cannot die, maybe we just add something to the health that makes it like invulnerable. So it just technically it has health, but it's invulnerable. Or we just create another structure for it altogether. Oh yeah, we don't borrow self as mutable here. We just need health. We don't need health mute. We need to create a health. We need to call these get health. Oh, get attacked then is attacked. Get health and self. Still getting used to this British keyboard. Get health. We call this get health mutable. Is attacked. Maybe we should call this is attacked instead of, but is attacked is like a boolean. Get attacked. Being attacked. Because get means more like we're getting the values from the struct. So get attacked is weird. Being attacked, I think it's better. Being attacked. Why is this immutable now? Oh no, we don't need health mut there either. Get health. And self. All right, will this work now? Could not compile. Right. Now we need to implement get health for player function get health. I need to reactivate my my cursor subscription. I'm already missing the autocompletes here. Health owner for mob, we need to do the same thing. Get health and self. Look, now it works. Now the goblin is dead and then the fighting stops. Maybe we should print something. So if we try to attack something, if self is alive, else print line self is not alive, cannot attack owner. What do we have on them? Do we have like name? Name. Player also has a name. So can we just do... No. Why not? I don't remember. Mm. Okay, we can do... self.name owner.name. Maybe instead of owner we call this target. Not a field. Tempted to take value of method name on type self method, not a field. Because we are in the attacker trait. Should we have like an entity? How do we fix this? I guess if we give the health, now we're gonna overload the health owner class. Oh, it has a name function already. So we can just do self.name like that. Yeah, goblin is not alive, cannot attack player. Goblin is not alive, cannot attack player. So what is happening? Does the player keep attacking the goblin? Here, let's do a double if here. So if self is alive, and then we do if target dot is alive, then we attack. This is gonna be a bit ugly, but let's do it for now. Print line. Is not alive, cannot attack. Target, or let's do cannot attack because it's already dead. And then this is also self.name target.name. Goblin is not alive, cannot attack player. Player cannot attack Goblin because it's already dead. Goblin is not alive, cannot attack player. Okay, good. What's next? So this is fixed now. Let's create a commit here. Git status, git add. Let's look at the diff just for fun. Git diff have. No, what did I do now? What? Less commands. Oops. Q. Get health. Mute health. Before committing this, let's also write, yeah, there's an implementation for dying now. So now players and mobs can implement health owner and attacker traits. Once dead, they cannot attack. Once target is dead, it stops being attacked. Next up, implement blocking and armor blocking chance. Implement armor damage reduction. Implement auto attack, i.e. once you set a target to attack, the entity will keep attacking that target until it's dead. That target. Good. Git commit. Stop attacking when dead. Yeah, block chance would be pretty interesting to implement. Should that live on health? Maybe. Or why do we have two structs here? Maybe it's better to just have one for both player and mob. And then we have more freedom. We can like couple things a bit tighter on those classes, and then once we create them, we have freedom to create them a little bit as we like. Yeah, because they're just doing the exact same thing anyway. Let's delete mob. Actually. We can call this player for now. I think the only difference here would be instead of mob new, we just do player new. And it's still gonna work. Yeah. That makes much more sense. Look at the lines of code. I don't know how many lines of code was deleted now, but like 50 or something. Git add, git commit. Remove the mob class, merge into player. So then let's say we have block skill. Block defense. Struct block defense. Block U32. Maybe I should refactor these implementations. We'll see. Block defense. Let's call it block ability. Block ability. Block ability. Does that even need to be a struct though? Maybe this can just be a U32. So let's say we give them a block ability of like 2 and 2. Whatever that means. And then when they get attacked, we need to first calculate try to block. Let's implement this on the class itself. Does it need a body? Can it just return? What did it return? It returns nothing, right? Yeah, it doesn't return anything. Can we just return none? None. STD option. Why does that not work? It's the trait. Take damage. Generic argument. What? Does it have to return anything? No. Okay, good. No method name take damage found in mutable reference mute health. Ah. It is an implementation on health, and that becomes a problem. This is not a trait, that's why it's a problem. Okay, let's refactor. Let's do, instead of having this as a struct, let's just do U32, max health, U32, current health. Max health, current health. U32. No, not U32. What did we say here? 5. And here we do 10. Mob.current health. Will this work? Hello, Bombaclat. How are you? Good morning. Depending on where you are. Good afternoon. Does this run? I expect it not to. 8 previous errors. Good. What bug are you fixing? It's not necessarily a bug, but I'm like very early stage trying to build this code base, which is like a combat simulation. So I'm trying to create like a goblin and a player, and they just attack each other, and then I want to simulate that. So it worked. And once the goblin died, the player killed the goblin, we get the message that, okay, now the goblin cannot attack anymore, and the player cannot attack the goblin because it's dead. So that worked, but now the next step I want to make is so that the there is like blocking, like a chance to block, and then like some armor that impacts how hard the target will be hit. So I need to refactor a bit. I tried to like overuse structs. So I had like a struct for health, I had a struct for attack. I still have a struct for attack. But then I noticed as I added more of them, it's like hard to get information from the other structs, and it's just like I also had one struct for player and one struct for the mob. That's why I use traits and a lot of common classes like this, but now I'm feeling that perhaps I should just have like a monster struct or like a huge struct for entities. Now I call it player, but this would be like an entity struct, and they have the things that are in common for all the players and non-player characters in the game. So that's what's going on. And yeah, good to hear that you are doing good today. 2D or 3D? Right now it's just text. It's more of like a proof of concept. I just want to see that I can make some like interesting combat mechanics, and then yeah, we'll see where I take it, if I make it into a game or whatever. 3D would be nice, of course, but it's a lot more work. Or like it's harder. Especially if not using like a big game engine, I found. So we don't need new, we can do get attack. Maybe we should call this block skill. Attack skill. Yeah, and what about you? Do you have anything, any interesting projects ongoing? Get attack damage. Let's just move that to player. We don't need to display attack either. Implement get attack damage. So no, we don't need that either. There's so much unnecessary code when we try to break it up into different structs and traits. I think that was a bit overkill. Oh, you're planning a Unity game? Nice. What kind of game? Have you done that before? Health owner we don't need. We might want to do get name on player. We don't need get health mutable now and get health, because it's all on the same class. Take damage. Amount, owner name, self. If amount is below self.current, self.current minus equals amount. Mutable self, yeah. Good, we can remove this. An escape room. Okay, nice. You made games with Unity in the past, that's cool. This would be current health. Oops. I've not really done any games in Unity, but I used Godot. But honestly, I think if I would use an engine again, I would probably go to Unity or the other one. Unreal. is the name of it, right? The C++ engine. Because I felt with Godot, you don't have enough, or maybe it's just me lacking the knowledge, but like you don't have enough control. Like with the GD script, I tried to do some stuff that required some like performance optimizations, and yeah, it didn't feel made for that. Okay, we don't need health. We do need the take damage function, but we already have that here. Strength. Oh, we call it strength. So let's call it strength skill here. Strength skill. Why is that not working? Ah, do I need to say what type it is? I do. Health owner. We need being attacked and is alive. Self dot take damage. And here we can just do current health. Remove this. And then, yeah, attack. Can remove this. This just needs to be a mutable layer. All right, let's see. Let's see how this goes. Cargo run. 2 errors. All right, yeah, we cannot do this anymore. 1, 1. Gotta go. Hope you complete your combat system in one go without bugs. Yeah, thank you, man. Have a good rest of the day. Yeah, it seems like it works. Just need to see. Yeah, Goblin took 2 damage and is now dead. Goblin is not alive, cannot attack player. Yeah, this is a much cleaner. Yeah, take care, man. See you around. This is a much cleaner implementation. Now we went from like 100 lines to 60 or 80, 150 to like 80 lines. That's nice. That's really nice. Oh, I'm not even setting. Let's use cargo format. Current health. We need to set. Oh, we do set max health. I actually also have to go. Unfortunately, this was really fun today. I really want to add the block chance. calculate block chance. If is blocking else function is blocking. How can I implement a simple random chance block check based on the block skill, which is 1 to 99? Use rand RNG. Dependencies. We have 0 dependencies so far. That's great. But of course, we're going to need the random crate. What is the latest rand crate? 09.1. Oh, I can just do cargo add rand. I didn't know that. That's even easier. And then, yeah, attempt block. I think is blocking is better. Maybe I don't need to specify what it returns. Oh yeah, I don't even need U32 here. Let mute RNG equal rand thread. No, it's not thread RNG anymore. Do we have some good documentation? RNG, rand RNG. RNG is thread RNG by default. let roll. How did he do it in the docs? RNG.random. Our RNGs. Random values. RNG.random underscore range. For now, we can do like 1 to 10. And then we just do block skill is blocking. We need a reference to self here. Self dot block skill is greater than roll. Okay, so why can I not return bool? Okay, now it works. If is blocking, oh, I need to pass and self. Self dot is blocking. Take 0 arguments. Okay, there we go. Then we can do blocked print line. Blocked the incoming attack from okay, maybe we don't have that information there. Self dot name. Cool. Goblin took damage. Goblin took 2 damage, now it's 1 health. Player blocked the incoming attack. Goblin took 2 damage. Goblin is not alive, blah, blah, blah. Attack, target, and self. Let's just do attack, skill. Or no, get attack damage is actually good to have. Now it's just strength skill, but might want to have some other calculation there later. Let's actually do a reference to self here. Hello, Samnia, how are you? Instead. And then in being attacked, we do layer. Yeah, doing good, doing good. Good to hear that you're well today. And then we can send in the player here. Missing type. Oh yeah, I need to attacker, give it a name, and then we just do attacker. Why does that not work? Mismatch type. Wait. Attacker. And then we can do attacker dot get attack damage, I think. Oh yeah, this should be player. Started coding 2 days ago and you popped up now. So nice algorithm. Yeah, the YouTube algorithm is amazing. It's really cool how good that is. How's the coding going? What's up, Esrin? Yeah, it's Rust. It's Rust. And I did this. Now we have the player reference here, so I can actually write the name of the attacker. Self.name, and then we can do attacker.name. Let's see if this still works. I mean, I learned about variables and now learning if-else statements. Nice, that's a good start. Which language are you trying to learn? Goblin blocked the incoming attack from player. So now it had 3 health and then 1 health, and then Goblin took 2 damage and it's now dead. Goblin is not alive. This works. Awesome. Git add, git commit. Block chance has been introduced. Python, that's a good language to start with. That's like my main language. I've been coding in Python for like more than 10 years, to and from. And now I'm trying to learn some other languages like Rust, which you see here, which is more of like a system language. So you need to understand more about how the computer works to get things done, but it's also more powerful and you get more control. It's faster. Yeah, I would say if I can give any advice, yeah, try to build stuff that you think are fun. Don't be afraid to like experiment and just like try stupid things and see what happens. But yeah, that's awesome. It's a great choice to try to start learning programming. It's really fun and very powerful. I actually need to close the stream now. But yeah, it was like a shorter stream today. Got some stuff done though. Managed to refactor this code base quite significantly. Like I reduced the lines of code by like 50%, but also added a new feature. And it's just much easier to reason about at this point. And this is like just like combat simulation at the moment. So it's just like, as you saw, text-based. So like a proof of concept, just simulating some combat mechanics like attacking, taking damage, block chance, stuff like that. And I want to make it quite interesting, and then we'll see where it goes after that. Yeah, I might add graphics. Like if the combat mechanics becomes interesting, a next step would be to add some kind of graphics. I just find that step to be way harder than coming up with the mechanics and stuff. But we'll see. Anyway, I gotta go. But thank you both for tuning in and being active in the chat. That's always fun. And good luck with the programming, Semnia. Good luck and see you around. Bye-bye.